You know, the beauty of owning a classic car is constantly having to fix it. Oh, wait, no, that isn't actually the beauty of owning a classic car. But it's a freaking reality. So, I was working on the Charger, and I was going to do a video on checking oil pressure and making sure your gauge was right, because I put in a secondary manual gauge, on a T in the back of the engine on the oil pressure sensor. And okay, I'm like, good, I got it in after much difficulty. And it's like, okay, let me start the car, and we'll see how we got pressure here. Oh, okay. I mean, this is simple, kind of just do it stuff. Well, let me show. Actually, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I discovered. So you see that I've taken the fuel line off. Yeah, that should be part of the hint. So, and I have an extra old pickle jar. I have a little hose, and I have my little remote starter. Let's see what happens here when I do this. Did you get that? Yeah, there's nothing coming out of the hose. There's no fuel coming up to my carburetor. And so, this is the beauty of it. I just drove this car on, it's about a little less than 2 weeks ago. And I was at Mopars and Merits, and I'm doing the burnout video, and a list of all the cars over there, like a little walk around of all the old cars. Drove perfectly fine. God, I got a lot of light coming at me. So, it's just been sitting here. I haven't done anything to it. I haven't touched it. I haven't, there's nothing that has been done except that I changed, and put a T in the oil pressure sensor area. And that's all I've done. I've done nothing else to the car. I checked the gas tank. There's no vacuum on it. The vent system's working perfectly fine. I checked the gas gauge. Look, I'll even show you. Just to show you I'm not crazy. Over a quarter of a tank? Yeah, most cars will start with over a quarter tank of gas. Yeah, so I have a real humdinger here. So I'm gonna go through and show how to check this saline. I'm praying that it's not my $160 Edelbrock fuel pump, because, well, Mopar. I mean, on a Chevy, same fuel pump is like $75. We're gonna take it apart. We're gonna start at the front and go to the back, because going to the back, well, that kind of sucks. So we'll get to it, and hopefully we find something simple. Okay, so I have disconnected the fuel line before the fuel filter, but after the pump, and I'm hoping that something comes out, and that there's like a collapsed hose after the pump, fuel filter, or the fuel filter is clogged. Let's see. All right, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do here, but here is my little jar, and let me get my remote starter, and let's see what I got. Yeah. So, what we in New York, what we would call that is ungats. Ungats nothing. So, and I smell gas. So that's the lines are connected. That's what I'm getting at this point. But as far as actual fuel, no. And I'm gonna disconnect behind the fuel pump, because gravity will bring fuel in if it's able to flow out of the tank. And then I'll know at that point that it's my fuel pump. It is rebuildable. but I have to disconnect half the motor. Well, I mean, alternator's got to come off, all that. I got to disconnect the battery, alternator's got to come off, get it, I mean, it has to come out of the car. Everything has to get out of the way so I can get to the fuel pump, which is way, way, way down there on a Chrysler LA. It is not an easy location. Yeah, so we'll do that other line, and we'll say a prayer that there's no fuel. That means I have to go all the way to the back of the car and look for a collapsed line coming out of the sending unit. Okay, so I found a clear hose so I can demonstrate that I can suck fuel from the back of the car to the front. Let's see how this works. And as always, you know, don't swallow gasoline. It's not good for you, okay? I had to put that PSA in here. It scares me that I have to, but I must. Alright. So there is my deal right there. I got my straw right here, you know, my hose. And what's this watch? That was disgusting, but there is fuel coming forward. So yeah, fuel pump's bad. Yay, yay me, I guess. So we'll get it out and then we'll see what we find when we take it out. Hopefully it's something like a piece of trash or something just stuck in the diaphragm. I hope. All right. We'll come back when we find something. So I have it apart, but I looked into the passageway where the arm goes that makes the fuel pump work, and let's take a look at that, and then I'm going to show you something not great. You kind of see that looks kind of gray. Nothing in the engine should look gray. And I'm concerned that it's metal. Put my finger in there. I'll take a little out. I got a little on my hand. See that right there? Let's see if this stuff is magnetic, because oil isn't magnetic. Let's see. Let's get it really close. And do you see that? Let's see if we let focus. Do you see how, like, there's points coming out of my fingers as I got closer to the magnet? Yeah, it's metal. I have no idea if the cam is wiped now. I mean, I just looked at everything. It was fine when I did the intake manifold gasket in this video. But this is horrifically bad. And you can see there that I haven't touched it. That is literally from it just using magnetic pole to take it down. Yeah, it's literally just sucking that liquid off my finger. So I guess I have a bigger problem, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at the lobe and hope that it doesn't look wiped. There's on here that doesn't look bad. I mean, it literally is. There's no gouges on it. It's a normal wear pattern, completely normal. Nothing about that is abnormal. It's smooth as silk. There's no gouge, no nothing. It's just right. So yeah, okay, take a look. Okay, so I took some pictures with my little remote cam. It doesn't look destroyed. I mean, there's a wear, but I mean, you expect there to be wear. I mean, it's metal on metal with oil coating it. So there's no gouging. It doesn't look dug in. So that, I'm going to chalk that into maybe from break-in, because the oil just kind of settles there. So now I've taken my pump apart, and this is built just like the old Carter high-performance pumps. So what you have is your top section here that has a little plunger that's driven by the camshaft, and it goes up and down. It sucks on this piece here. So here's your outlet over there, and the inlet is the inlet. The inlet is right here. Okay. So it sucks up through the inlet. Okay. Which is this hole right here, and then forces it out. Sucks it up through here and forces it out through here with the thing sucking it up. So up and then down, and that's what regulates the pressure. And because it's able to do 110 gallons per hour unfettered, but this is the regulatory to keep it under 7 psi. The way it's set up. It's totally repairable. The rubber looks fine. There's no issues with it. There's no breaks. It's not fragile. So I'm gonna reassemble it and hope for the best. Yeah, I cleaned it out with Carb Clean too, just because, in case there's some junk in there. It seemed to flow. I didn't feel any pressure. Nothing seems to be stuck. Nothing glowing. So we'll just put it back together and pray it works. Alright, so literally here goes nothing. I got my jar, got my battery on. Now we're gonna pray and spin the motor and see if anything happens. Yay! We fixed it! Yay! It's fixed. So obviously there was a little bit of junk in the pump because I put the filter after the pump. And yeah, I'm not so sure I like that. But everybody told me I have to have it after it because otherwise it will cavalcate with the high volume. Go figure. So yeah, I hope you got something from this. It's one of those informative, like, holy crap, look at this. This is what happens with old cars, and sometimes really simple solutions to fix it. So, you know, I want to hear your comments on stuff like this because or something else you would have done. Comment on the fuel filter thing. I keep on getting mixed results. I know on most of the stock 340s, the filter's right before the thermoquad. So I don't know. Also, let me know what you think about what that gray stuff is. Maybe it's break-in stuff. Maybe it's from break-in because that oil doesn't move a lot in that section. So, yeah. That's all I have for now. And thanks for watching this point. And, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, share it. If you didn't, well, thank you anyway for watching to this point. And if you have, a cool old car, or, oh yeah, I know the poor thing's buried right now, or something fun to drive, take it out, because you'll make someone's day definitely your own. And I'll catch you really soon.